Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello, welcome. My name's Kay, I'm a professional home organizer, and today we're gonna do a quick reorganization of my pantry because I moved into this new house a few months ago and I just shoved stuff in the pantry and didn't really organize it. Now, it's not disorganized, but it could use a little refresh, so we're gonna do that today, and I'm gonna tell you about my top organizing tips for the pantry. So if you're excited, keep watching. So before we get started, this video is sponsored by Skillshare. We'll talk a little bit about them later in the video. So I did a pantry tour earlier on my channel. I will link that video in a card up above so that you can watch it, but I will show you what we are working with. We're not working with a traditional kitchen pantry, but in my opinion, it's like a heck of a lot cooler. So take a look. Okay, first of all, we have to move the husband's boots away from the pantry. Whoa! Do you guys' spouses never like put anything in the right place? You know, like, come on, man. Here we go. Oh, satisfaction. Oh, before I forget, here's Mr. Clover James. He always wants to come into the frame and say hello. Hello, Clover. Hello. How are you doing? You doing good? Good. So anyway, we don't have a traditional pantry in our very beautiful kitchen, but we have this stairwell, and the previous owners turned this into a pantry. So we've got some alpha shelving and drawers as our pantry, and then we have this cool shelving on the side for all of my canned goods and sauces and things like that. So we're just gonna give that a good clean today because there's gotta be some dust on here, right buddy? Right? Okay, looking real close up here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ew. Ew. All right, we're gonna give all of that a good scrub, and we're gonna reorganize this just a little bit. I'm telling you, it's not disorganized, but it could be better. It could be better. Right, friend? Right. All right, AirPods on, you know the drill. The first thing to do to make organizing easier, especially if you're by yourself, is to put on a good podcast or a radio show or YouTube videos in the background or some good music just to get you motivated. Right now I'm listening to The Dropout, the Elizabeth Holmes story podcast. It's pretty good. Check it out if you like, I don't know, fraud. I don't think that anything out of here really needs to be thrown away, but definitely when you're going through your pantry, check for expiration dates, because I guarantee you'll find at least one can of something from like 1984 or something like that. So make sure that gets thrown out and not eaten. So we're gonna give these a good spit shine. Let's go. I always want to make sure I do a really good job cleaning the pantry, especially because this pantry is next to a door that opens to the outside. There's a lot of dust coming in, so this shelf in particular had a lot of dust on it, and I figured that it was a good thing to have a fresh start here. I did actually switch over to microfiber towels. I don't know what I was thinking, using some paper towels, very wasteful, but I actually did find an expired can of something. I was like super embarrassed, but it happens. It happens. But I was very, very glad to have found this and make a fresh start. All right, I'm using a dusting cloth because I just figured it's gonna save me a lot of grief if I just dust the shelf first, get the dust off. It's going to get trapped in this microfiber cloth, and then I'll give it a scrub with the microfiber cloth. That way I'll use fewer paper towels. I wasn't thinking. I would probably be better off doing this in the other direction, meaning cleaning the top shelf first and then going down to the bottom, but I just wasn't thinking because the dust always falls down, but I'm doing a pretty good job catching the dust. So, but that's just a little tip, just in case you're cleaning an area, probably start at the top and go to the bottom because dust falls like snow. If anyone's curious about this system, this is the Alpha shelving system from the Container Store. These are 4-inch utility shelves. I say utility shelves like that's not their name, but that's their name. And they can be hung a couple different ways. They have, let me take one off. They have a little lip in the front where you can have things that don't fall, or you can hang them this way with the lip underneath like this. So in the pantry though, I prefer to store them with a lip on the top so that the cans don't fall down. And they're handy like that. Since I've got a bunch of little tiny things for baking that don't stack, I'm going to use a bin. This is a little plastic bin from Inner Design, and I got it from the Container Store. I love these narrow shapes because they fit in a lot of places, and they actually fit perfectly on this 4-inch deep shelf. So I'm gonna stick a bunch of baking stuff inside because it's just been really precarious on that shelf, and I just want it to be safe, so we're just gonna make do. And plus I can stack more and have it be a little safer. Okay, these pop canisters are genius and they fit right on the shelf. So I'm gonna get some taller ones actually to put pasta in, because I think they'll be a really good thing to put on these shelves. They fit so nicely, and plus the lip is gonna keep them from falling off. But yeah, this is actually the old version of pop canisters. They seal really, really well, but I'm definitely gonna pick up some more of this diameter. Very cool. Very good product. This vegetable oil I'm actually going to put inside my cabinet to reduce the exposure to light. There's a window right here and it's like out in the light. I don't know why I put it there, but I'm gonna put it in the cabinet to extend its lifespan, shelf life, so that I can use it. I don't use vegetable oil that much, mainly just for baking, but we'll put it in its proper storage place. So there's a tip.
One of my biggest takeaways from helping people organize their homes is that setting up zones is the key to success in any space, but most importantly, places like the pantry where things get moved around a lot. So as you can see, I have got very specific zones because I have a lot of space. So I've separated everything into categories. I've got beans in one area, canned fishes in one area, sauces and oils in another, and pasta in another area. It's just very clearly defined so that anyone who goes to look for items in this space can genuinely see that there is some order going around in there. And again, specific stuff, I love it. Next, it was time for me to tackle the other shelving area. So of course, I'm going to take everything off of the shelves. That is the name of the game. Do not skip this step. Wow, do not skip this step. I'm a mess. If you are learning a lot from this video and like it, take a little time and press the like button, and definitely check out our sponsor, Skillshare, especially if you like to learn stuff. Skillshare is an online learning community where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey, with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people like me on topics including entrepreneurship, tech, cooking, web design, interior design, photography, and so much more. Skillshare offers classes designed for real life so you can move your creative journey forward without putting life on hold. This month, I have been enjoying this incredible, insightful class from Anna Marku called Home Interior Design for Better Habits, Self-Development by Design. So you can actually fix some bad habits by actually designing your home better, and this class was right up my alley. I had so much fun looking at the projects from students who actually took this class and improved their lives, so I hope that you check this class out too on Skillshare. Skillshare is also incredibly affordable when compared to in-person classes and workshops. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare Premium, so you can start exploring your creativity today. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video and supporting creative entrepreneurs everywhere. And now back to the pantry organizing madness. I actually was having so much fun. It's not madness. It's amazing.
If you reuse containers a lot like I do, this is a jar that I use all the time. A good thing to do is to put a erasable label on the bottom. These are from a brand called Label Once. I actually don't think they're called that anymore, but oh no, they still say Label Once. Believe me, the brand changed their name. You can write what's in the contents of the jar, and then when you empty the jar and take something out, you erase it and then put the new thing on there. You can also write the expiration date on there. Really, really handy for people who like change jars out a lot. So I got some chickpea flour in here and I'm gonna put a label on it and be done with it. I've got the Best Buy date on there too, so that's August. So I should make some falafel bread before August. I found some yeast. I didn't know there was yeast up there because there are things behind things, which is a tip I'm gonna give you right now. Don't store things behind things, especially if you can't see them. If you are going to store things behind things, make sure you alter the levels. Like the thing in the front should be smaller, the thing in the back should be taller so you can see everything. So if it's in the bottom or the back, it's going to get lost. And frankly, I didn't know there was yeast and gelatin back here. I hope these are still good. Let me take a look. Nope, these are all bad. Oops. So I have some cookbooks that I was keeping right here, and I'm wondering if I can find a place for them in this little area. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'll let you know what happens. Okay, we are mid-process here, so let me show you what's going on. I have taken everything off of the shelves and put it on the counter and been dealing with it. So I've got a bunch of empty containers that I was using, and I've decanted almost everything that was like in a bag like this, and I've put it in a container. Actually, there was some coconut over here as well. I'm gonna put this coconut with the other coconut. My husband bought mistakenly coconut shreds, and he didn't know that we already had that. So, well, these are flakes, these are shreds. I don't know, I guess they're different, but like we didn't know we had them. Anyway, this is sort of the grains and stuff over here. We've categorized everything. This is dog food and treats over here. And here are like things that we use to bake with, like sugar, flours, things like that, and like a big thing of chicken stock and some sauce mixes over here. This is all of the packaging that I removed stuff from. So like all this stuff was in a package and taking up room and looking really sad. So and these are the things that were actually expired. So I lied and I thought I wasn't going to find any expired things, but I actually did. I found several expired things, but now we have more room for different food. Yay! And these shelves are going to get a good dusting and cleaning from me, and we'll organize everything. This under here could probably stand for a little cleanup, just a touch. But this is fine. This is where like potatoes and stuff are and condiments, and this is just where paper is. So we're almost there. We're almost there. So the shelves aren't too dirty, as you can see. So, but there's definitely some little spots on them that we're gonna wipe off. They're metal, so they clean up really well. This one shelf is a wood veneer, so this one just has some marks on it, like there's a mark there, but we're gonna clean them up nice and spiffy. The stuff we use not as often, of course, I'm gonna put at the very top because I definitely need a step stool to get up there. So bread flour and baking stuff, we're going up. And also any back stock, anything that like I bought extras of that I had, you know, too much of and didn't fit into the container, that's gonna go up there as well. Right now this shelf is like got the lip this way so that things don't fall off, but I think I'm going to turn it around so that, because I'm already pulling things from a high place, I don't want to have to navigate the lift as well. I just want to be able to pull things off the shelf. So I'm just going to flip it upside down. Let me just make sure I'm putting it at the same height it was before. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 holes exposed. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait, is that the, is it the same the other way around? Or a bit more higher. Now I gotta give the top a wash. Okay, so in case I forgot to tell you, I wasn't sure. I moved the cookbooks over here and I think it's a win, maybe? So here is all the wayward packaging from decanting. And if anyone asks me if decanting, we're not riding. If anyone asks me if decanting is good or worth it, it 100% is. So here is the new neatened up pantry. We refreshed all of the containers. I moved some stuff around and I think it works really well. I'll give you a little tour. So on top we've got some stuff we are not using a lot, like the leftover salt, because we have a salt well, and icing sugar and bread flour, stuff we don't use of that much. And then we have stuff we use more, stuff we usually cook with, like chickpea flour, brown sugar, what is that, baking soda and flour. I was like, what is this the chemical formula for? Then we've got a zone for the grains. So again, with the zones, we've got basmati, brown, jasmine, lentils, bulgur. I made dedicated labels for these because we always have these, but for things that are on a rotating basis, like arborio rice, wild rice, actually we always have these, so I should probably make labels for these. But we also have sushi rice there too. I haven't made those labels yet, but I'm working on it. And then we've got some other grains that are just not rice and not the same kinds of grains. So we've got you know what, there's no explanation. Farro, couscous, panko, this is cornmeal, and we've got chia seeds here. Got the doggy food and doggy pumpkin and also doggy treats here. Got snacks in this basket. This is just chips. We are, this is our guilty pleasure. We've got popcorn and the popcorn maker, and we've got sauce mixes. Bins are awesome for things that don't stack. So things like bags, things that will flop over if you know, try to organize them, are great in bins. These are the Tosca bins by a brand called Yamazaki. They make beautiful things. These are kind of expensive, but they are worth every penny because they are so beautifully made. And in the drawer, of course, I showed you we've got the paper, we've got onions and garlic and condiments. And then down here, I actually made some space. We have basically dried fruit and nuts and nothing else. In the bottom here, just some dish linens, like dish towels and dish drying stuff, and that's it. And this side of the pantry is nice and organized as well. Take a look. Again, we've got our zones. So establishing zones, super important. We've got our pasta zone. We've got our peanut butter and honey zone. We've got a big zone for beans because we eat a lot of beans in this house. So we've got dried beans, and then we've got canned beans down here. And then we have our like tomatoes, we always use diced tomatoes and tomato paste and tomato sauce. Then we've got a little zone for fish, canned fishes, and we also have pineapple juice because these are essential when making steak fajitas. Mark my words. Marinate in pineapple juice, lime juice, some spices. My whole little baking area here, I don't bake a lot, but when I do, I'm gonna take this whole little container to my baking place. Yeah. And again, with the things that don't stack, inside a bin. So helpful. I'm actually gonna have to buy another couple of these because I used a couple of these for this project, so I'm gonna go to the container store and pick up some. And then over here, of course, you've got the coconut milk, the artichoke hearts, the sliced beets, and we've got oils and sauces over here. Yummy times. I'm actually getting hungry looking at all of this. Okay, that project took me a couple of hours, but I feel so much better about the state of my pantry. Everything is clean and sparkling and organized, and I hope that I inspired you to do the same thing to your pantry. If you organize your pantry and are on social media, please tag me on Instagram or on Twitter. My social media handles are down in the description below. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!